Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of This Week in Comics, where Pete, runs down the best comics coming out this coming Wednesday, which is the 25th of September. As always, we are here in Comic Connections, Banbury and Oxfordshire's longest running comic shop. So without further ado, let's look at some of the big hitters and big releases of this week. First, it is a big one because it is slightly bigger than your normal comics. It's a new Harley Quinn book called Harleen from DC's Black Label. As regular readers will know, Black Label is a more mature imprint from DC. Looks to be replacing Vertigo as well, but they're using more of their better known characters from the DCU. We've had Batman books, Superman books, and now Harleen has her own book. So I know a lot of you are Harley Quinn fans. She's a cult favourite, and all her stuff sells pretty well. And Black Label stuff goes very, very well too. Mature readers, not for the young at heart, but if you're a fan of Harleen and you are a mature reader, check this one out today. This is the variant. We've also got the regular cover there. Now, unfortunately, there's not a great deal of new number ones out this week, so we're going to look at a couple twice. It's a brand new Mutants book by Chris Claremont and Bill Sienkiewicz, classic creators from the X-Men and New Mutants franchise. They're back. This is no surprise. There is apparently a New Mutants movie on the way. It has been filmed. We've seen trailers for it, but because of the Disney Fox buyout, it kind of looks in limbo at the moment. Will it come out? Will it not? We just don't know. But if you're excited about New Mutants and you want to get a New Mutants fix, pretty good place to get that. Celebrating 80 years of Marvel, as all the Marvel comics are at the moment. A brand new New Mutants issue 1. I do believe it's a one-shot. Let me just skip to the end. Till next time. Yeah, that is a one-shot. So yeah, Bill Sienkiewicz, Chris Claremont, they've written the New Mutants in the past. As this title suggests, they are mutants that are new, but they're not new because these characters have been kicking around since the 70s and 80s. But a bit of a flashback for you, for all your old New Mutants fans, a new number one, a new one-shot. Check it. There is a bit of a retro theme with some of the comics we're picking this week, and this one is no different with Transformers Galaxies, issue 1. Another new issue 1 from IDW, celebrating the things that are called Transformers, not GoBots, Transformers. And you've got all the characters here that form Devastator, the big combining robot. So if you're a fan of the G1 Transformers, if in particular you like Devastator, not only does he feature on the cover, he's also a prominent feature inside the book. You're all Transformers fans. I don't need to try very hard to say this, but this is just a public service announcement to let you know your next Transformers comic is in. Another retro-looking title this time is The Avengers Loki Unleashed. We've got 2 copies in. Come in and grab one. Again, this is a very retro look for the Avengers. It's an old team from the 80s, and Roger Stern, Ron Lim and Scott Hanna are on creative duties. 3 classic creators who, again, have done some amazing stuff from Marvel in the 80s, 90s, and apparently today. So if you like your Avengers a little bit old school, if you're a fan of Loki from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which I know you all are, pretty good one to check out. Again, is this a one-shot? Let's skip to the end and see if it is. Oh, I reckon it is, dear viewers. So yeah, check it out. We've got a couple in. And now for a comic that is new but set in the past, in the 80s. But there is a bit of time travel in it actually, so it goes in the future as well, and back in the past even further than the 80s. It is Paper Girls Volume 6, and this is the last volume of Paper Girls, which is sad news. Brian K. Vaughan and Cliff Chang have done great stuff on this. If you're a fan of franchises such as The Goonies, such as Stranger Things, coming of age adventures, featuring a bit of time travel, Paper Girls is definitely for you. I personally buy this in hardback form, so I've read the first 2 volumes of the hardback, looking forward to the third to finish it off. But if you buy it in trade paperback format, Volume 6, the final volume, is out now. Back in the early 2000s, Image released a little imprint of new titles such as Danger Girl, Crimson and Battle Chasers from Joe Madeira. He did some amazing work on the X-Men in the 90s, and he did his own book, Battle Chasers, and this is the Battle Chasers Anthology, which collects Battle Chasers issue 1 to 9, the Battle Chasers Prelude, and the Battle Chasers portion of Frank Frazetta Fantasy Illustrated issue 2. So basically, if you want to read Battle Chasers and you want it all in a handy volume, there it is. Good stuff. Very, very good art. Joe Madeira is excellent. It's a shame that he's a little bit slow when it comes to drawing, and he can't really keep up with a current schedule. So that's why this kind of stopped coming out back in the day. But it is good stuff. Check it if you like your sort of manga influenced art. Big swords, big armour, and big other things on the back. Battle Chasers Anthology in store today. And now for hardcover of the week. It's Heroes in Crisis by Tom King and Clayman. I thought this was terrible, but I know a lot of you did enjoy it. It features Sanctuary, a refuge for superheroes to go and talk through their problems and hopefully get over things. Well, unfortunately, it didn't happen. Some terrible things happened in Sanctuary, and some terrible things happened to characters that I love, and that's why I wasn't overly keen. But if you were, and maybe not a Wally West fan, maybe he's not as near and dear to your heart as he is to mine, you might enjoy this. I know a lot of people did, and I am in the minority with the people that did not enjoy this. So if you like your hardcovers, if you like collecting DC's big crossovers in handy hardback format, Heroes in Crisis is in today. 25 quid. Absolute bargain. And keeping things very retro with Toy of the Week, you can't get much more retro than that. Look at that! It's a re-release of the 1977 Darth Vader figure from the Star Wars. So yeah, if you don't want to spend an absolute fortune on getting the original release of this figure, you can buy this reproduction version on a lovely card for £15. We've got other characters in store like Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, a Stormtrooper, and Chewbacca. Not to mention Darth Vader himself. Come into store today and check them out while they last. These are not going to be in the shop for long. And that brings us to the end of another episode of This Week in Comics, and the end of This Week in Comics for the foreseeable future. That's right, this is the last episode for who knows how long. So I just want to thank you to all who have viewed over the years, subscribed. Thank you to my good friend Jamie for filming it and editing it and making me look good. And I actually do that myself. I'm pretty brilliant, to be fair. So yeah, that's it. Do say subscribe though to the Comic Collections YouTube channel, because you never know, they might put up some lovely things for you to watch over the coming months and years. But do stay tuned, because after the little logos and the end of the thing, there's a little treat for you. So stay tuned for that. You might have a good laugh at my expense. Until next time, stay classy, San Diego. I'm out of here. Right, I'm going to do it. Let's get this over with, because no one enjoys it other than Danny. Or Dan. Daniel? Dan. Danny. I don't know his name.
Cold opening. Yeah, you're good to go.
And now for one of you fans. That made no sense. Now for one of you fans.
Yeah.
Who will be buying this. We'll start that again. I just spoiled the last page because I don't read it. I'm too close to the shelf. Yeah. DC's Year of the Villain. Villain? We'll start that again.
No, we won't. Okay.
Right. Here we go. Jason Aaron and... I don't know how to say his name. Esad Ribic. I'll just say it's by Jason Aaron. Cover, I like it. Ah, look at the thing. 18. Is it? No, that's the temperature. Oh no, it is. That's good, isn't it? I was checking the date. I saw it was 17, but that's the temperature. I think it might be 18, but it is the 17th as well. Oh yeah. Something terrible's happened. This is exciting, this bit. It's building up the excitement. Don't know what this one is. Can't remember why I picked it. Okay. What's tomorrow's date? The 4th of September. May the 4th of September be with you. Is that how it works? Every 4th is always a Star Wars thing, right? Like May the 4th. Let's just get it over with. No one's enjoying it. Can't do it. I can't do it.
You're not in the mood today.
I just can't do it. Oh, look at this. It changes into this. Na 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 na. Ding. Oh! Oh dear. Oh, I want to be excited, but I can't. I know. There is the doomsday clock and it's fucking ticking. Right. Oh dear.